everybody. Good morning to you. It is not even 8 o'clock in the morning right now. And I wanted to do something fun. Now, you guys that were part of my tarot reading last night, oh boy, were the cards talking. Oh, they were talking. They were screaming at me. It was a lot. It was a lot, but it was a good time. So for those of you that showed up to my tarot reading live, I appreciate you being there. I appreciate you being in the audience and giving your thoughts, feelings, and opinions, and just having a good laugh with me because there was a lot to laugh about. Like Girl World, it's blowing up right now. Girl World is on fire. Twitter is on fire. All this stuff about Salah and Foodie. Oh my God. And the cards were yelling at me. They were just dropping all the dirty tea, and we were drinking every drop and with a smile on our face. Anyway, we are here today to have some fun, courtesy of Neo Tarot. Now, those of you that are on my channel, you've heard me talk about Neo Tarot before. I love her readings on Foodie and Salah. She's always on point. She's always on fire. I love her sass. I love her class. I love her no holds barred style. Like, she is absolutely fabulous. And I love the fact that 3 weeks ago, she did a reading where she said, actually the card said, Spirit said, that there would be text messages and video clips that would be revealed. And everybody knows what happened. Text messages and video came out with Salah being a very, very bad boy, saying some very offensive, awful, disgusting things. And it's Girl World is blown up because of it. And the illusion that Foodie has of Salah has been completely blown. Now she's got to go back to the drawing board and create a whole new image. But Foodie, honestly, like this whole happy marriage, he loves me thing, nobody's going to believe it anymore. Anyway, we're not here to react to one of her videos. I'm here to react to two of Neo Tarot's videos because she did one on Foodie and one on Salah. And some of the information in those readings was jaw-dropping, including talk of a possible baby. Ooh, and another woman. There's another one. There's another one. Anyway, we're getting to that. Before we get started, though, I urge everybody to sign up to Neo Tarot. I'm going to put her video links in the description. Please go over there and watch her readings and give her a like, a sub, some engagement. She absolutely deserves it. I mean, she is incredibly entertaining. So I am all for like people knowing about her and enjoying her content also. So let me just go ahead and bring up the first video where she talks about Foodie. Let's see. Let me just go to it right now. Okay, I'm doing this all for one computer right now. Okay, there we go. For those that have never seen Neo Tarot, her style of doing the tarot reading is a lot different than mine. Like, she's more rapid fire, like on it. Like, she is just giving those messages very, very fast, where I tend to go a bit slower. So, Neo, if you happen to see this video, I am so sorry, and I apologize for when I have to stop and give my commentary. But I love your delivery. Absolutely love it. So let's get to, shall we?
Oh, hey, y'all. Hey, let's get into this intuitive reading, this guided message for Foodie Beauty. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. Okay, if you're new here, welcome. And if you're always here, welcome back, friend. All right, you guys, I was minding my business, watching my shows. Y'all know I like my shows 227. Anyway, so a couple of messages came up today and I was like, oh, do I want to? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. So I'm gonna go ahead and do these two readings. I'm gonna do her and then I'm gonna go ahead and follow up with a reading for Salah. Salah. Okay. And then we just gonna, let some time pass and we'll do it again. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. All right. So let's get into this reading. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes, moving in love and light. Okay. Now, you guys told me her name is Chantal, something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and call her Foodie Beauty, but like I said, Spirit might want me to tiptoe into the Chantal energy too, because it just feels like I can connect better. I can already feel it. Okay, so real quick.
Girl, Neo, I love you, but I can already tell by your voice you're already going through it. I'm not laughing at you, Mama. I could hear the heaviness in your voice. Like you're already connecting to her spirit. It's a lot, ain't it? Yeah, it is. That energy is it's just, like she's a lot. She's a lot. Look, you're not even a reactor to Foodie, and we go through it. We absolutely go through it, but you're connecting to her on a spiritual level. Girl, protect yourself, cleanse yourself. Cause like her spirit is it's a lot. Okay. Love you. Keep going with this reading. I'm here for it.
Some songs have come through. When I'm getting my decks of songs come through, so I'll make this real quick. Break up to make up. That's all we do. First you love me, then you hate me. That's a game for fools. So I don't know what that's about, Chantal, but look at this card. As soon as we pull it over, Spirit said you should have left a long time ago.
Yep.
Spirit said you should have said to the left,
Mhm.
everything you own in a box to the left. Okay. So with the color pink, that makes me feel like passion. That is me. That's how I read the energy. Okay. And it says, no, thank you. Walk away, refusal, know your worth, self respect, and strength. On the bottom of the deck, Spirit says you're angry and you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off. You're even acting really gullible at this time. And Spirit is saying that you're angry because things are just not happening the way that you want them to. So you're barking, you're yelling, you're screaming, you're crying out, not just to the universe, to Spirit, to the community, to the collective. You're upset. Okay.
Yeah, of course she's upset. Uh, she's been painting this picture of he's the perfect husband. He loves me so much. He doesn't care about the other girls in his DMs, so he was caring a lot about a certain somebody he was talking to. And I think we can all agree where there's one, there's more. As a matter of fact, the messages he was sending to Kai Bella, he was urging her to message her on another Instagram account. So Chantal is over there thinking, oh, if I look at his phone and his Instagram and I don't see anything, it's all good. But girlfriend, if he wants to cheat, he's going to have a burner phone or another phone. He's going to have different accounts that you don't know about on that other phone or on another computer. He's going to have passwords on things. I mean, if you want to hide, you can hide. And another thing of importance that made me go, is the fact that when he was sending messages to Kai Bella, the Empress, he was doing everything on what was it, vanish mode. If you're not saying anything that you're not supposed to, why would you have vanish mode? Unless you know you're saying some stuff and you don't want to get caught. So you've already figured out a system of how not to get caught, Salah, which means you've probably done this before many times. You want to do it and not get caught, and you got caught. And the reading that I did with Foodie, y'all remember, like the energy I was picking up off of her was she's taking a break from YouTube. Yes, she's embarrassed. Yes, she feels humiliated because all this stuff got made public. But she's also, I'm sure, talking to Salah right now saying, what else is there? Like, who else is there? I need to know. I need to know text messages. I need to know phone conversations. I need to get ahead of all this damage so I know what it is and what it looks like and who could potentially do it before it happens, because her ego is taking a hit right now. She's a narcissist. So her ego is taking a big hit. It is severely bruised. She's wounded right now, and she's trying to get ahead of things before the wounds get any deeper. So she's over there just like trying to recoup, regroup, do some reconnaissance, find out other information about what other team might be out there, and rewrite the script because the old one just got burned. But nothing is going to fix this, Foodie. Like whatever you do, whatever you say to try to make yourself look good, make Salah look good, it ain't going to work. It just isn't. You can't fix this. This isn't just a simple case of he cheated and that's all it was. And there were some sexy, sexy messages. Some of those messages were just disgusting. There's no coming back from that. We're going to have jokes forever in girl world because of the content that was revealed. But yeah, she's in damage mode, right? She's running around like a chicken with her head cut off. Like, what do I do? What do I say? How do I fix this? Answer, let me save you some time, Foodie. There's no way to fix this. It's too much. It's really too much. But do as you do. Let's continue on with the reading.
Because someone who was once loyal, I see dogs as loyalty, is no longer loyal. So you're acknowledging dead end, stalemate, not now. Perspective shift is needed. And this is on the surface, you knowing that you needed to leave, but subconsciously you're still like weighing the balance. Like you're still saying, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? It's got you running around here like a chicken with your head cut off. Now, when I see chicken and head cut off, this is a brouhaha card. So it does let me know that someone is putting their intentions for someone to stay or for someone to go. It's very layered. Okay. But you're feeling very busy, overwhelmed, frenzied, deadline, stress, chaos, refocus and redo for best results. So that refocus and redo, it definitely screams to me that someone is trying to hold someone with their intentions. And so they have to redo it and redo it and redo it for best results. Not my business. All right. And Spirit is also acknowledging that you're acting very gullible right now. Like, I don't know what happened. Very naive and oblivious, inexperienced and gullible. Study and apprenticeship is needed if you want to hang on to this rodeo. If you want to hang on to that ride, you're going to need to study a little bit more. Spirit said that there is something coming out. Let me tell you. And Spirit said, I said this before. Did I say it before? I'm not sure, Spirit. But Spirit is saying that there is something coming out. It is bubbling at the belly and bubbling at the throat. This has to do with the heart chakra. Spirit is intervening here. And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can say. No intentions to put out there because Spirit is in control in regards to this message. Okay. And this is surprise news, phone, text, phone call. It's a revelation. It's sharing. It's honesty. It's communication, and it's going to put a bad taste in your mouth, and you're going to try to spin it because when life gives you lemons, you like to make lemonade. Okay, so you're trying to be optimistic, you're trying to persevere, you're trying to seek opportunity, you're trying to flip it and become very creative and a genius. But Spirit is acknowledging it.
Again, I'm so sorry. I hate stopping you when you get on a roll. I absolutely hate it, but I have to react to this to give my thoughts. uh this is what Foodie's always done though on her channel. When something bad happens, she tries to turn lemons into lemonade. She tries to pivot and spin it and make herself seem the victim or the hero or both at the same time. Like she's a narcissist. And in every story, the narcissist will either be the hero or the victim or sometimes both at once. So this whole thing with Salah, she's trying to find an angle where she's a victim and the hero. He's not a bad guy. Try to find some angle where the audience will accept him and she won't lose subscribers on her channel and she won't lose views and she won't lose money. Like the ship is sinking. There's holes all over the place in the bottom. Water is coming in and she's trying to figure out, can I put some band-aids on that? Will that work? Like she's trying to find a fix for all of this and it's just not going to work. It's too much. It's too much. And at the same time this is going on, look, if you're with somebody or around somebody or in an environment that is not good for you, that's not where you're supposed to be, Spirit will let you know. Like the pain and the suffering that we go through in life sometimes, those are road signs from Spirit saying, you should not go there. You should not do this. You should not be around this person. If you're on the right path, you'll experience less pain. If you're on the wrong path, you're going to make yourself experience more. So this whole thing with Salah and Chantal, like there's been nothing but pain and suffering all the way around. There's been nothing but frustration all the way around with both. And that's a clear sign from Spirit that both should let go. Neither one is happy. All they're thinking about is the money. And in her case, the money and her ego and reputation. Although the more she stays with Salah, the worse things are going to get. But yet, even though she's got like a multitude of road signs in front of her saying, you need to get off this road, You need to be on your own. You need to be taking care of yourself, independent. She doesn't want to listen because she's more afraid of losing face on the internet with a bunch of strangers than taking care of herself. One of Foodie's biggest problems is that A, she doesn't know what true love is. Love is unselfish. It is actually caring, kind, it is nurturing, it is healthy. She doesn't know what that is. And she doesn't want to know because to love yourself means you take care of yourself. You become your own best friend. You put yourself first. She doesn't want to focus on herself because focusing on herself in any way would mean she has to make changes. She can't go on the way that she's been going on. She would have to devote time to herself. She couldn't be out running around doing party favors, chasing men, using those things as a distraction and keeping herself away from taking care of herself. She's always distracting herself with things that don't matter and not taking care of the things that do matter. And Spirit's been screaming at her, you need to stop this and take care of yourself. But she just won't listen because she's too mentally, emotionally preoccupied with, I got to focus over here. I got to focus over here. I got to focus on YouTube. What is FFG saying? What are the reaction channels saying? What's Twitter saying? Those things don't matter. At the end of the day, you go to bed with yourself, you wake up with yourself, you matter before all of that. But like she is so hyper focused into that world of like opinions of others matter, her health and her personal life do not matter. And so she just keeps on that hamster wheel, on that hamster wheel, on that hamster wheel, just spinning, spinning, spinning and going nowhere.
It don't matter because the pot is calling the kettle black and it is visible. It is communicated upon. There is protection here because I believe, me personally, I believe that everybody is protected. I believe that our ancestral team is around us and they want what's best for us. But the gotcha is we are in the realm of choice. So you get to choose, good choices equal good karma, bad choices equal bad karma. I always say that, but there's hypocrisy here. And this is why it has to come out. Okay. There's projection, similarity, blame, and introspection is needed. Hindsight is 2020. Put your glasses on. Does she wear glasses? All right. So Spirit, what's going on with Chantel's money? Foodie Beauty's current energy around money. Thank you, Spirit. All right. So Spirit says, you're motivating others to succeed. This is in the area of love to transform. So you are motivating someone. I don't know who it is, but this is in the area of love. When I see flowers, I always think of love. So this could be your romantic partner. But Spirit is also acknowledging that there is a contract that you're trying to sign, and the devil is written in the devil is all in the details. It says,
okay, stop right here. So when I saw this part of Neo Tarot's reading, the first thing that came to my mind was, again, she's pouring all of the energy that she should pour into herself into Salah. Like she's so hyper focused on him, urging him to succeed. And you do this and you do that, and just trying to push him towards ways where he will be successful again, versus doing the self-love and caring for herself. Like all of her focus is on another person versus herself when she needs the most care and she needs the most concern because her health is really, really critical right now. As far as the contract, I don't know what that pertains to, but something just keeps telling me that maybe it has to do with another agreement between Salah and Foodie, where if they have some sort of verbal or written agreement of, I'll give you this if you pretend to be my companion, like whatever it was before, like if they're going to renew it again, that might be what this is talking about, but I'm not exactly sure, but we'll see in the coming days.
do not sign. But see, you're motivating someone to succeed and there's a contract involved. And Spirit said, do not sign. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, 2 cards want to come out. Let's let that happen. Spirit says, balance and career work need to be balanced with your personal life. Balance, career, and work need balance. And so we got a man over here, a female over here, and there's a house and money, and you need balance in this area. And your money has a lot to do with you bringing balance to your relationship, but also your career. I don't know why. I just keep saying that. This is your year. In the middle of the deck, subconsciously, you feel like this is your year. Like, this is my time to shine. So what we can see on the surface, and then subconsciously, this is how you feel. Okay.
The problem with Foodie Neo is that she doesn't know how to balance. She's never been a balanced person. Even though Spirit is telling her you need to find balance, you need to take care of yourself. She doesn't really have a personal life. To her, everything is YouTube content. She poured everything into her YouTube persona versus the person behind the persona. That's been her problem for years. And this could be her year if she just focuses on herself versus other people and other people's opinions. But like, she gave everything to this persona, Foodie Beauty, nothing to the person Chantal Marie. Does that make sense? Like, she's neglected her soul in favor of a caricature image of herself online.
And like, if I can get everything in balance, this will be my year to make so much more money, etc., etc. Okay. You're on Spirit is saying in the middle of the deck, your hard work is paying off. So there is money coming in. So whatever she's putting out there, she is making an income off of it. Okay. Not my business, not my problem. All right. Chantal, Foodie Beauty, current energy. Thank you, Spirit. All right. We do get parenthood in reverse. I feel like parenthood came up before with her. What's that about? But this is in reverse. Irresponsibility, adoption, child away from loved ones, fertility issues, absent parental figure, neglect, giving up, parental issues, unable to provide, single parent drama, lack, biting off more than you can chew, and a lack of control.
Okay, so that card, I'm taking that as like Foodie. I don't know what's going on with her, but she has just given up on life. She doesn't like being an adult. She doesn't like having the responsibilities of an adult, to the point where she is just saying, I quit. I give up. I want somebody else to do all of these adult things while I just sit back and do my thing. Like, it's very strange with Foodie. It's almost like she's trying to be, in a strange way, a child again. Like, I don't want to pay the bills. I don't want to pay the rent. I don't want to worry about the water or the light bill, the electric bill, the cable bill. Somebody else deal with that. Like, we've watched her in Salah before, and there were times that she would almost infantize herself, like the way she was talking, the way she was acting with the baby voice, like that manipulative baby voice that she uses. Like, she's spoken about Salah as being protective and almost like a father figure. Chantal, you've only got one father in life. And if you're looking for some father energy, you've got to go to a true father figure. You can't look for that in your husband. Can a husband be protective of his wife? Absolutely. But you are too clingy and too codependent, and you are expecting Salah to step up to the plate and take care of you too much, to the point where you don't have to take care of yourself at all, and just let yourself go, and your health is going to continue to get worse. Adulthood sometimes sucks, but it's got to be done. But the reward of being an adult is feeling independent, feeling strong, knowing you can stand on your own 2 feet, knowing that you can get through your struggles and come out stronger on the other side. But you don't want to struggle. You don't want to feel uncomfortable. So any person that comes into your life, you put entirely too much weight on them as far as what they have to do to make themselves happy, make you happy, take care of you. It's too much. It's suffocating. And that leads to the other person feeling exhausted, to feeling tired, to feeling just void of any creative, productive energy. It drains people. And something like that will be the death of any relationship you try to have.
sending you love and light. Now, I do know that her husband's name is Salah. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So it feels like there's some dominance in your relationship. I don't know who is dominating who, but Spirit is acknowledging that in your relationship there is dominance. Spirit is also acknowledging that in your relationship there is deception and lies. Someone is a snake. And Spirit is saying that you're looking at yourself and acknowledging in the middle of the deck that you need to first start with love for self. Like, you cannot put love out for someone else and love them more than you would love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Your level of love and your level of strength has to be stronger than your love for anyone else.
Now, regarding that deception and lies snake card, here's what I think. I think Salah and Foodie are lying to themselves and lying to each other. I think Salah, he's possibly in love or infatuated with himself and other people. And Chantal's over there fooling herself that she's got a man when in the back of her mind, she wants to be with another man. And it's not Salah. Like, her heart is somewhere else. And obviously his heart is somewhere else. So what we have here, folks, are two people that they are not committed to each other. They are committed to their wants and needs. Chantal, I think she still got her heart set on Nader. Like, that's where she really wants to be, but for whatever reason, she can't be there. Maybe it's because of Didi. Maybe it's because he doesn't want her. I don't know, but that's the one she really wants to be with. And Salah is just a stand-in. He's just a substitute. Well, anybody who's ever had a substitute anything in their life, you know that you're not happy with that. Once you settle for something, nobody who's ever settled for anything was ever truly happy. So even though you may have somebody new in your life that you're with and they might be good to you here and there, you want what you want. The heart wants what it wants, and it never stops wanting it, even after the new person comes along. So Salah's over there cheating with people, talking to people, and that's never going to stop. And Foodie's over there longing for Nader. So can you guys see why this whole thing is disastrous? Because neither one are truly committed to the other. Neither one. He's a runaround and he's wanting to be with other people. And she's over there secretly wanting to be with Nader.
Okay. And Spirit says that you're focusing on self-love right now and you're contemplating which direction to go in. The fact that the eyes are not seen on this picture is not by mistake. You can't see yourself.
No.
You can't love yourself because you truly do not recognize yourself. You do not see yourself. Okay. Spirit is saying there's something else in the middle of the deck when it comes to Chantal and Salah. There's a lot of gossip going around your relationship. There's a lot of lipstick stains too. So be careful with that because someone is exploring their deepest desire with someone else and they're spending some quality time with someone else. And this could definitely result in fertility. Now, this could be a manifestation or this could be a pregnancy. And I feel like this came out in the other reading.
Okay. When I saw this part of her reading, my mouth just dropped open. I'm like, whoa. A baby? Could there possibly be a baby? Could there be a pregnancy? Salah, you better be careful, bro. You better be careful. Oh my God, that would do it. That would break Foodie's heart. To know the man that she's addicted to has another woman in their oh. I mean, I'm not making fun of this at all. Foodie cannot have children due to her hysterectomy. So Salah is the only male son in his family. And I'm sure the family, they want to continue the generations of family through him. So if Foodie cannot give him children, he's going to have to go to somebody else for it. But if he's over there spending quality time, is there another goddess? Is there another one? But the funny part was the readings that I did on Foodie last night, there were children all over the cards. I showed the cards to you. There were children all over the cards. So isn't it funny that Neo is here? And she posted her readings right after I did my live chat reading. There were children all over my cards. She's talking about like fertility and possible pregnancy. Lord.
reading. So sending you love and light. Okay, let's get into this other deck. What is Chantel, Foodie Beauty, Chantal hiding? What is it that she's hiding? Spirit moving in love and light. Thank you.
Everything.
Okay. Someone is crying. So you are upset, you're sad, you're hurt, you're in your emotions about something. And this has to do with a Scorpio. Now, I don't know who the Scorpio is, but that's a bad motherfucker. Okay. Got you crying.
Okay. I don't know who around Foodie personally is a Scorpio. But if there's someone that could make Foodie cry, it would be FFG. She hates FFG with a passion. With a fire of 1,000 suns, she hates her. And I'm sure right now she is crying. She feels humiliated because she's been putting out this image of a perfect marriage and shoving it down our throats. And where's your man? And blah, blah, blah. And girl world is having its moment of like, we told you so. We told you so, Foodie. We told you he didn't love you. We told you he was going to cheat on you. We told you he wasn't happy with you. We could see the lack of chemistry in your videos, in your live streams with this man. We've been telling you for over a year. And the public humiliation is more than she can take. The fact that we were right. Narcissists are never wrong in their mind. They're always right. So all this stuff came out. And we've been proved to be right. And there's no person that she hates more than FFG. So when she said Scorpio energy, it could be her former friend Shannon. I believe she's also a Scorpio, but she hates FFG. FFG is a Scorpio. If anybody can make her cry, it would be FFG.
All right, got you sad emoji. Okay, but I see a lot of red, meaning that you need to get grounded around this energy. Scorpio is a water sign, or could just be emotional. Okay, and Spirit is also acknowledging that you feel very ghosted, like you're sitting by your phone, like, why you didn't call me today? You said you was gonna call me, but you didn't call me. Okay, and Spirit said the problem is. You got a lot of explaining to do, ma'am.
Ooh.
You got some explaining to do because you kissing on this man, but you thinking about somebody else.
Oh, there we go. There we go. She's kissing on Salah. Who do we know that she was that attached to? Natter. And isn't it funny that Natter popped up with $500 in new groceries and edibles? Who do we know that likes edibles? Who do we know that bought him groceries in the past? Foodie. So she's with Salah and she's still thinking about Natter, still focused on him. If Natter made one phone call to Foodie and said, I got my own place, Dee Dee's no longer in the picture, come by, you know she'd do it. She wouldn't go back to Kuwait with Salah. Salah's just a stand-in for what she really wants. She really wants to be back with Natter because with Natter, she could be more herself. She didn't have to pretend to be something she's not. So Salah's over there cheating, or maybe not if they're not really married, but he's over there talking to other people, looking for women to do fantasies with and asking about their salaries and all that. And Foodie's over there and she's thinking about Natter. Yeah, of course things are not going to go well. You both got other people on your mind.
What's that about? Not my business. Okay, not my problem. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's very layered. You know, you can't be pointing fingers if you're doing something too. Not my business. Okay.
Yeah, and in my reading, I said that, you know, Natter has been waiting for Salah to screw up. Didn't I say that last night? He's been waiting for something to come out, waiting for Salah to screw up. Because now that Salah has screwed up, it's opened the door to him. And he can be in Chantal's ear and say, come on back. Spend some time with me. What are you with him for? He's been waiting to get that sugar mama back. Because the more that Salah hurts Foodie, the more influence he has over Foodie. The more he can get out of her. You know, this is a fight between sugar babies now. And Salah just committed the ultimate sin.
All right, so Chantal, I can't remember what y'all said. Foodie Beauty, current energy, spirit? What is it that you want me to share? Moving in love and light. Thank you. Ashe to the ancestors. Ashe to the universe. Okay, one card, please. Oh, okay. We do get the bottle tree, and I feel like bottle tree came out before in a reading for you. Meditation and intercession. Bottle trees are used for protection when someone is trying to put like an evil eye or next to negative energy in your direction. So by pulling the bottle tree card, you have tapped into your own world of the spirits, a glittering blue realm of fantasy and imagination. Glass, especially opaque or color glass, is a representation of dreams, illusions, and imagination. The bottle tree card may imply that you are a dreamer who is both excited and afraid of the things that you see in your subconscious. Try to avoid cynicism and tune yourself into the world of new ideas. Take a moment to reflect on your dreams and make rational decisions to achieve imaginative or creative goals. It's definitely giving me some Pisces energy, water sign. So that is how she moves forward in love and light. Thank you, Spirit.
The problem with Foodie, Neo, is that she's a dreamer. The bottle card kind of just confirmed that she's a dreamer. She likes to dream. She likes to say what she wants to do, say that the things that she longs to do, but she doesn't go past that, because dreaming and talking about things requires almost no energy. Like, you're speaking your thoughts to the universe, but then you don't back it up with anything to make those things happen. She's always dwelled in that sphere of, I'll talk about it and I'll put it out there on my channel, and I will tell people things like, I want to go to Jamaica, or I want to go to and do Eurobees, but she never follows through. She doesn't take those additional steps. She's very comfortable in her place of inertia, where she doesn't do anything. She doesn't want to move. She doesn't, like, if she wants to go to Europe, that would require, saving up money and the planning and a plane ticket and where am I going to go? Where am I going to stay? And what am I going to see? A lot of steps. And it's just thinking about it makes her tired. So she uses her dreams as topics of conversation on her channel, but she's got a nasty habit of not following through. She just lives in that dream sphere where she never turns her dreams into reality.
Ashe to the ancestors, Ashe to the universe. What else is it that you want me to share for Chantal, Foodie, Beauty? Okay, so I'm going to get this deck back out because there's a message in here for her relationship with Salah. Thank you, Spirit. Her relationship with Salah, Chantal and Salah. What is it that you want me to share? Moving in love and light. Thank you. Oh. Okay, so there's an instrument here. There's music. And I know I'm going to talk a broken record, but I feel like the Elvis card came out last time about music when it comes to her. I'm not sure. But instrument, self-expression, and speaking the truth when it comes to their relationship. Okay, so music is a fundamental tenet of Southern culture, and nearly all of the American music genres, from country to blues and roots to rock and roll and soul, were born here. Music is an essential, fundamental, and powerful form of human expression. Whether or not you are a practicing musician, you can tap into this force of primal self-expression. Today, the message is about your voice. Your message is best expressed when it is authentic to you. So someone needs to express themselves authentically in this relationship. They are not being genuine. They are not showing their true self, okay? Having a clear voice means that whatever you have thoughts to express, you ensure that you are equipped with the tools to convey them skillfully, or to say nothing at all.
And that's the problem with Foodie. She's never been really authentic. It's all about adapting somebody else's identity, somebody else's likes, somebody else's dislikes. Every man that she gets with, she adapts a lot of things about their life, about their dislikes, their personality. She becomes somebody else. She's not being true to herself. She's not speaking with her own true authentic soul or voice. It's always, let me get with a guy and just be whatever I think he will accept, and then just go with that. That becomes her new persona. That becomes her personality. Like this whole thing with Salah, we all know it's not who she is. It's not who she wants to be, truly, because if she wanted to be that, she would put more passion into changing herself and bettering herself versus just being completely miserable. The more you gravitate away from your true, authentic feelings and thoughts and being, the more you move away from that, the more unhappier you are. And she's moved far away from her true, authentic self. And that's why she's experiencing, in my opinion, all of this unhappiness, because she knows deep down who she is. She knows deep down what she wants. All she needs to do is go get it. Just be herself. But I think she's afraid to be herself. Maybe she doesn't know who herself is. But there needs to be some authenticity. Like Chantal likes to come online and say, nobody's perfect. Nobody's asking for you to be perfect, Foodie. But be yourself. Be authentic. Be genuine. Be sincere. Even if you're offensive, you're being real and being offensive versus being a fake, phony, modest, pious person, because that's not who you are.
Okay, boom. All right, moving forward. How does Chantel move in love and light? Okay. Spirit said, your body deserves your love, okay? Your body deserves your love. It keeps talking about self-love, but definitely it is bringing up the fact that your body is in need of love. Your body deserves love. So definitely pay attention to your body, okay? Let's get this tarot deck out. All right. Chantel moving in love and light, current energy. Okay.
She does need to love herself. She needs to love her body. Because for the longest, I've always felt like for some reason, Chantal hates her body. She punishes it constantly. It's like she's resentful of her body, absolutely resentful. And so she punishes it for reasons unknown. But she does need to love herself more and love other people less.
There is an energy of an absent mother being rude and an independent woman with the Queen of Swords, negative self-talk in this area. Not sure what her relationship is like with her parent, with her mother, but it does show that there is some energy of her being rude and a dependent woman, a woman who depends on someone. Subconsciously, she needs to seek therapy. With the Hierophant, she needs to focus on traditional values, especially when it comes to her marriage, and just following rules and sharing knowledge, gaining knowledge, okay? Because it feels like she's very rebellious. There is some religion on this card as well.
Sorry to stop you, Neo. As far as her mom, I just got this energy, this feeling that her mother, Shmi, like she's putting her foot down with Foodie. Like maybe that's the reason why Foodie does not go live at night in her mother's house. I think Shmi finally put her foot down and said, you're not streaming over here. This is my house. Considering the fact that Foodie's always in her car, this is just me speculating here. I can't prove any of this with receipts, but I know that her mother works, and I just have this feeling that Foodie's allowed to sleep at the house, but during the daytime she has to get out. So maybe Foodie coming back to Canada, mom said, you're allowed to stay here at night, but during the day you got to get out because I got to work. So maybe that's where the rudeness is coming from, that her mother is finally putting her foot down and saying, you're not going to bring all this noise and chaos to my house, my house, my rules. You don't like it, get out. So maybe that's what the rudeness is coming from. And as far as her following traditional values and all of that, well, Foodie's never been traditional. We all know that. But she's been, ever since she claimed to become a Muslim woman, she's been making up her own rules. She comes on camera smoking. She's coming on camera looking intoxicated. You know, she's cursing, she's gossiping, she's committing gluttony, like just making up her own rules and excusing them all. So maybe Spirit is saying you need to, like get to know yourself. And if you're going to be a part of something spiritually, really be a part of it or let it go.
And there's also an energy of her wanting to talk to someone to focus on some good business. But the overall energy is definitely that she is going to be coming in front of someone to get some kind of guidance, okay? In the middle of the deck, Spirit is acknowledging with the Knight of Swords. She's trying to have this air sign energy out here to have these good thoughts about being direct, acknowledging that there's some big changes ahead, but she's trying to get ahead of it, okay? Again, it comes up that she's rebellious and she wants to see herself as a hero, but she's trying to slice through this situation and think ahead of it and become very victorious victorious in her thoughts and her actions. She is very impulsive as well. Spirit is acknowledging.
And that card, like I said, it screamed damage control to me, like she's doing damage control. Like I felt it during the reading last night, like she's her in front of Salah right now. Like, what else is out there? Are there any more text messages? Are you talking to anybody? I need to know it all so I can be prepared for it. That I already have a script and a story for it. I felt that. Like she's taking some time away from the internet because A, she's embarrassed. B, she's like, Salah, you need to give everything to me because I need to know it all. I don't like being surprised. I don't like things coming out of left field. You need to tell me. I need to get ahead of this. I need to contact people or at least be aware of them. That's what's going on.
So what is the relationship energy? How does Foodie Beauty currently feel about Salah? All right, returning home, delay because there's nowhere to go. Is she planning on going back home? With the Six of Swords, again, this is negative self-talk, feeling like I don't have anywhere else to go. I have to go home. I had to go home. And there's delays there. With the Page of Cups, subconsciously, this is my baby card. So there is something about an emotion. I have to leave because of the situation almost. But there's some sensitivity. There's admiration. There's happy news here subconsciously. What is that about? In the middle of the deck, when it comes to their relationship, she does feel overwhelmed. There is some emotional detachment because, again, Spirit is saying that she had to leave. And there is also some indecision. So air sign energy again, and it's negative self-talk. A lot of negative self-talk. Spirit said there's something else in the middle of the deck. Spirit is acknowledging that she feels like when it comes to him, there's been some poor choices, missed opportunities, and now feeling like there's a lack of choice. Like my choices have been taken away now, with the Seven of Cups creating a lot of turmoil, a lot of energy, emotion, anxiety, depression, even. Spirit said there's something else in the middle of the deck, okay? Spirit is also acknowledging that she feels paranoid in this relationship. She feels isolated in this relationship. She's antisocial, even with the Hermit card.
Yeah, she's planning on going back to Kuwait. I don't know if she's on her way back there now. It's highly possible, although that would be the worst thing for her on all fronts. But can you just imagine, like, you're in a relationship of any kind, and the person that you say that you love, and she's even said that she's addicted to Salah. How can you go and be around that person and live with them and them live with you? And you claim to have love for them, but at the same time, you don't trust them. She's going to be hyper paranoid, hyper possessive, hyper jealous, hyper clingy. It's just going to cause more blow ups between them. There's already dissension between them, and she's in Canada. It's only going to intensify if she gets near him. Plus, it's going to be disastrous for her channel because everybody knows everything about Salah now, and she's just going to further humiliate and embarrass herself if she goes near him because she's signing on to his behavior versus staying away from it. But the paranoia factor, the isolation, the out of control eating, all of this stuff is going to be turned up to 100 if she goes back.
In reverse, it's got some air, earth sign energy, Virgo energy on it. Spirit is also acknowledging that there's manipulation in this relationship, abuse, and there's a dangerous man with the King of Swords. Negative energy, negative self-talk, negative thinking. In regards to that, Spirit is saying with the Four of Pentacles, there's possessiveness in this relationship, materialism, hoarding, and holding on to things just too tightly. Okay.
Something that just came to my mind while you were doing this reading, Nero Tarot. I remember clearly somebody else that was in Foodie's life that is still somewhat on the back burner, but still there. When Foodie was seeing her former lover, Natter, like Natter knew how to play Foodie like a fiddle. He knew how to make that fiddle sing by playing all of her weaknesses against her, her insecurity, her jealousy, her clinginess. He knew how to play it all to get more money out of her. Like whenever he wanted to get more from her and to control her more, he would always throw other women in her face because Foodie she doesn't like other women, but she's intimidated by other women. She looks at them as competition versus comrades. She doesn't have any women friends because she's constantly afraid of another woman shining brighter than she does and taking her man away from her. So now that Salah it's been revealed that he was stepping out and talking to people in the way that he did, he could possibly use that as a way to control her by pointing out to her, look, if you don't come to heal and you don't do what I say when I say it, I'll step out again. I'll talk to other people. And Foodie doesn't have that same power because nobody really wants her. Like, she doesn't have the options and the choices that Salah does. He can go on his phone right now and talk to other people, but there's no one really talking to Foodie, so she can't come to the table with that same kind of armor. You feel me? So he might use that as a way to control her, although, as we know, she's got kind of a bossy, possessive, controlling personality, and she tries to use her YouTube paycheck as a way to control other people and make them codependent on her. So I think the fight for dominance will be between the both of them. She's going to have moments where she says, I make all the money and without me you be nobody. And then he's going to tug back on that rope and say, well, I could go get another woman right now who probably makes more money, and then, like, punch holes into her self-esteem armor by saying, like, hey, I can get another you in a minute. And it's going to make her feel bad. And then she's going to apologize and cry and say, I don't want you to leave. Don't leave me, blah, blah, blah. So it's going to be a constant tug of war between those two.
Being a nonconformist when it comes to that, what is Foodie Beauty's biggest obstacle? Remember, I read biggest obstacle in reverse. So there's a couple of things that just popped out here. A big obstacle for her with the King of Cups, creating a lot of emotion for her, is that she's overly emotional. That's an obstacle because somebody is a cheater and a violent man. Spirit is acknowledging that there's an energy of someone being forceful, domineering, and a weak leader with the King of Wands. The area of passion and the area of business is burning low now. This passion is chaotic, but it's not a big flame. Now it's a smaller flame. It's fizzling out, Spirit is acknowledging, because someone is overly emotional, a cheater, and a violent man.
Sorry, Neil. She is overly emotional. And I think that there's cheating on both sides, not just one. It's just that Salah's cheating has been exposed. But Chantal is over there emotionally cheating because her heart is with Nader. So neither one of them are being faithful to one another. She doesn't 100% all in with Salah. He's the only one that she thinks about. She's thinking about Nader too. Her soul is divided. Like, physically, she's with Salah. He's a companion. But emotionally, she's devoted to Nader, will always be devoted to Nader. And yeah, he is a weak leader. He is. And she wants a take control kind of man, but that's not really who he is. He tries to fool himself into thinking that he is. But she's, in essence, trying to find a replacement for who she really wants to be with. And in the beginning, Foodie's problem is that she chases the new car smell, if that makes sense. Like, you get a new car, it smells like a new car. You get in and you smell like the plastic and the vinyl. After about a week, that smell is gone and you're just left with the car. So she's in love with the idea of being in love. She's infatuated with the idea of love. She's always chasing that new thrill, that kick, that rush, that burst of energy. But then once that's gone, she becomes bored, and then she starts rolling her eyes and saying, why am I here? So in the beginning, when she was with Salah, she was infatuated with him, absolutely infatuated. Everything was new. The environment was new. The man was new. Change of environment, change of scenery. Like, she was so high off of that for a while. But then the thrill went away, and now she's unhappy. And yet she won't admit to herself, I'm unhappy. This is not for me. I need to step away and do something else. Her ego and her pride won't let her let go things she knows she needs to let go of. So she's defiant, and rather than work on herself, she distracts herself by focusing on other people.
Again, I read this in reverse with the Two of Wands in reverse in the area of passion, but also in the area of business. This flame is fizzling out, sizzling out. There's an energy of no action as an obstacle, playing it safe as an obstacle, and waiting as an obstacle. Okay, so what's next for Foodie?
If there was somebody else in Foodie's life that she could go to, some other man that she could hop on over to like a lily pad, she would be gone. In my opinion, I feel that she's holding on to Salah because she's thinking in her head and in her heart, this is it. If I don't have him, I'll be alone. And she doesn't want to be alone. She doesn't know how to be alone. It's been a long time since she's just by herself, doing things herself, being independent, and she's not in the frame of mind or the health to be alone safely at her current weight and size and health. She needs somebody around just to make sure nothing bad happens. But she's hanging on to Salah because if there's no other man, there's nowhere else to go. There's no other man chasing her. There's no other man talking to her. There's no other option. There's no man with a house that she could just move in and start a relationship. So she's holding on to him because like he is the last man standing.
Beauty. Thank you. Manipulation, wastefulness, and scattered energy with the magician in reverse, because your intentions are not pure, your intentions are not whole, your intentions are not positive. And what happens is you put it out in the universe and it comes back to bite you in the ass. Whatever you put out in the universe, whatever you say, your actions always will have a reaction.
Yeah.
And so now the chickens is coming home to roost. Okay. And so that manipulation that you put out comes back to you.
Yep.
That
karma, Foodie. Call it what you will. You can call it karma. You can give it any name you want. The things that you say, the things that you do, the energy you put out there, it'll always boomerang back to you. And depending on what the boomerang has on it, you'll get it back. And you spent years being selfish, self-centered, self-absorbed, hurting various people around you, your family members, your friends, your pets. Getting online and putting out tremendous amounts of negative energy, being as offensive and profane as you possibly can, even while in Kuwait. You put on the abaya, you put on the hijab, you claim to be a Muslim woman, but you've not been respectful to the Muslim culture, the Muslim people, the Muslim faith. You've been absolutely disrespectful. You don't think that's not going to come back to you? It's coming back. Sometimes karma, it does what it does, and it does when it does. It works slow. It can work fast. Like all your chickens are coming home to roost. Like you thought for the longest that you could just pivot out of corners and get away with it. Well, maybe for a while you can. You can get away with something some of the times, but not all of the time. And you're finding that out. I feel that everything that's going on right now is just karma cashing all those checks. Took all those checks to the bank and said, cash them now. All of your bad actions, all of your bad words are coming back to haunt you. All of them. And it's no one's fault but your own. You created this, therefore you reap what you sow. You have to eat the fruit of your bad harvest. You can't blame anybody but yourself. Your life, the unhappiness or unhappiness of your life is determined by you and no one else.
That wastefulness energy that you put out comes back to you. That scattered energy that you put out comes back to you. Not my business, not my problem. I just read energy, okay? With the Queen of Swords, again, Spirit is acknowledging there's an energy of an absent mother. Don't know what her relationship was with her mother, but it's coming off that she is very rude and a very dependent woman, because your manifestations have put you in a space where you have now had to sit in it. This is what you created. This is your universe that you put it.
I can't believe I'm doing this. Like Shmi did a bad job being a mother. Like Foodie was a bad seed from the very get-go. I mean, she's been a bad since she was young. But I feel there was a lack of discipline in the house, and that's why Foodie grew up the way that she did. But knowing Foodie, like she has pushed her family to the limit, to the point where like they're just done. They're done. They're done being nice. They're done playing nice. And they've hit their limit. And sometimes as a parent, you got to do tough love of you're almost 40 years old. Figure it out. We can't figure it out for you. We can't save you from all your messes. We got lives to lead. You have to grow up. You have to figure it out. So if her mom is putting the foot down, finally, I applaud that and I support that. It's about freaking time. You're about 39, 40 years too late. to change her, but maybe you can help her grow up a little bit. But maybe Foodie has repeatedly asked the family for money and can you help me out? And I need a place. And the family is saying, no, no, you're allowed to stay here at night, maybe, but you can't be here all day. You can't stream here all day. I mean, I don't blame her family if that's what's going on. You know, like sometimes you got to get rude with people like Foodie, narcissist, in order for them to stop using you and stop sucking off your resources.
Put all the little pieces together. So now you gotta sit in it. Always, that expression of your eyes got too big for your stomach. Like when you make your plate, that's exactly what it feels like. Okay. And Spirit is also acknowledging with the 10 of Wands in the area of passion, but also in the area of business, she's dealing with some major challenges. It's it's weighing heavy. She's trying to carry it all. A lot of responsibility, stress, exhausted, and just overextending. Tug of war, tug of war, tug of war. It is so heavy for her right now, sending her love and light because she can't get out of it. You know what they say? You can't go over it. You can't go under it. You can't go around it. You got to go through it.
Yep.
All right. And Spirit said with the Wheel of Fortune, this is karma. These are major changes ahead. It's a turning point. There's going to be some life-changing decisions and good luck. Good luck. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.
That was an excellent, excellent reading, Neo. Really, really enjoyed that. And I was quite surprised because Neo did another follow-up reading just on Salah, and it was spicy. Spicy. Ooh, those cards were telling on you, Salah. I was loving it. And we're going to get into that in just a second. Let me go ahead and stop the screen and switch over to the other reading. And again, those of you that enjoyed that reading, I fully encourage you to check out Neo Tarot, sub up to her channel, give her a like, give her some engagement. I'm so happy to see that her channel is growing. She absolutely deserves it. She's a wonderful tarot channel. Like, she's on it. Love it. I appreciate other tarot readings very much, and I appreciate Neo Tarot. So let's get into the other reading that she did. This one on Salah. Okay, and let's see. Are we where we need to be? Yes, we are. And like I said, this is spicy, y'all. This is spicy. This is so spicy. All right, let's go.
Moving in love and light, this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. Okay, this reading is for Salah. Just make sure I say it right. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're always here, welcome back, friend. What you doing today? What you doing? Okay, so Spirit is acknowledging that his energy is that there's an obstacle keeping him from his righteous self and also from his strength. And this obstacle is, look how easily this could be taken care of. Like, just hop over it. You know what I'm saying? But he refuses to do so. Because he munched on the grass here, it's feeling like the grass is greener over here. When in all actuality is keeping you from your purpose and your mission in life. Okay, there's boredom here, monotony, small-mindedness, branching out, moving on, novelty is needed. And Spirit is acknowledging that he's throwing 3 sheets to the wind. You're so angry about this obstacle that you could easily maneuver, but yet you would rather throw 3 sheets to the wind because there's something that you like over here. There's something that's keeping him over here, making him feel like the grass is greener.
Well, this is just my opinion, Neo. I think he's got it financially too easy with Foodie. Like, he could go for his greater purpose, his real purpose. He could do his own thing. He could be independent, but he's experiencing a sense of, I don't really have to work. I don't really have to worry financially. She's taking care of all the bills and making the money on YouTube. And as long as I get my cut, I can just be on vacation forever. Well, doing something like that, it's a double-edged sword. Do you not have any financial worries? No. But at the same time, you're not doing what you need to do for yourself. You're not being creative. You're not being productive. You are robbing your own soul of its purpose by just existing in this space of nothingness and treading water by not acting. Like, he's looking at Foodie and saying, oh, like, I don't have to think about making money she's making money. I don't have to work. Yay, that's so great. But at the same time, you're bored, you're lazy, you're just putting off on living life. It's you give up one thing, you give up several things to have one thing. And you're right, like the horse, he could hop over that fence. It's right there. He knows what he needs to do, but he doesn't want to do it because if he hops over that fence to other grass, then he's going to have to worry about being an independent adult and not relying on somebody else to pay those bills. So he's choosing the financial freedom of letting somebody else work for him than work for himself. And so, in essence, he's choosing the unhappiness that he's going through. He could easily fix it.
Swirl of communication and spirit is there. There's a beverage in one hand and music in the other. He needs to get grounded. And there, I do see a candle, which lets me know that there is some sort of practice of divination. But he is blowing off steam because there is rebellion, Mary.
Can I just add this in here real quick, Neo? When I see the three sheets of the wind card, like the first thing that comes up in my mind with the tarot that would be close to that would be the Fool. He's over there being carefree and happy and like just living in a carefree sort of way, without having to work. That's just what came to my mind all of a sudden was the Fool card. Like he wants to live that carefree life without having to be confined to a schedule for working. He wants to, you do the work for me, that sort of thing. You do the work for me. You go to work and that way I can go out, see friends, party. He wants that party life. He wants that carefree life. He wants to live the life of a fool. But sometimes even fools cry at the end of the night when the party's over. And when Foodie's around, the party ends rather quickly.
Amen. Overindulgence and wanting to escape. Okay. Spirit is saying subconsciously, he's lazying around like a bump on a log, leaning on spirit. I do see black. That makes me feel like protection. But there's an energy of a false start, no response, disinterest, loafing, and inertia. Now, this is my baby card because it just makes me feel like how the body would respond to just pregnancy. I don't know why, but this is just the energy that comes off on the card. And I feel like when I did a reading on him before, there was an energy of a child. A child keeps trying to come through.
Right.
Not my business, not my problem. But
I would like to add to your card, if I may, Neo. Foodie, she's a very selfish, narcissistic, energy sucking person. She's an energy vampire. Very abusive person she is. And when you are around somebody like that, like they will suck all of your energy away. You feel constantly tired. You feel you're stuck in a state of inertia of like, you don't want to do anything. You can't think of anything. Your mind becomes a blank. You want to be creative, but no creative thoughts come. No creative energy comes out. Like they're just a void inside of you. So him being around Chantal, and if she is being as needy as she is, if she's being clingy and possessive as she is, like she's sucking all of the oxygen out of the room and he can't breathe. I'm not taking up for Salah. I'm just giving my point of view here. But like when you are not allowed to be yourself, when all of your energy and your time and your focus is on another person, they insist on it. You can't even begin to think about what you want and what makes you happy. It's all about them. It's never about you. That person never comes to you and says, what do you want to do? What are your interests? Do you want to go out today and spend some time with friends? They don't give you a moment to breathe. They don't give you a moment to think because they're all in your face. And she's all in his face, especially right now. She's going to be all in his face. And he's going to be more miserable than ever. But the solution would be to get away from her, but yet he's not doing it. He should have done it a long time ago, but he just fooled himself into thinking, I found this woman. She's a gold mine. She's got all this money. As long as she's giving me money and all these gifts, all of the suffering and the sadness that I might be going through, it's worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth the happiness that you lose. It's not worth the sadness and depression that you feel. The trade-off is not even. A paycheck does not make you feel emotionally or mentally better. The only way to get away from an abusive person is to leave them behind completely and to cut all ties. And he is not doing it. And so his suffering is going to continue.
there is this energy of him just being very lazy right now and loafing and inertia. And Spirit is saying in the middle of the deck, this has to do with the relationship. This yellow makes me feel like the solar plexus, the fire in the belly. So there was something that you chose to do, the fire in your belly to choose whatever passion, whatever relationship that you're in. And you're trying to be a strong pillar and withstand this storm, this water that is rippling underneath you. And water could be just water sign or it could be emotional. But Spirit said that you need to have deep breathe, you need to have patience. There's an energy of anxiety here, but he needs to focus on the bigger picture. Okay, that's what Spirit is acknowledging for Salah. There's something else in the middle of the deck. Spirit is acknowledging that there is a nuisance in his life. Makes me feel like someone who could possibly reside in a lower lying state within the United States. I don't know, but this always comes up. Nuisance propagation.
Okay, she brought up Swamp Angel, and the first thing I thought was Natter. I'm not even joking. Swamp Angel, Natter. She said lower area of the United States. Well, like she's close. He's in Canada. He's in Canada. And he's, Natter's been waiting in the wings for Salah to screw up. He's been waiting to get his sugar baby position back full time. He's been waiting for Salah to screw up. But he's been waiting. He's been waiting.
Gossip, can get it out. Hassle, freeloading, and an opportunity. So there's someone who just, my goodness, just bothers him, always in his ear. He cannot take it, And Spirit said, if that ain't truth, Grit ain't groceries. This is my Steal It or Deal It card. This card means this deck said, I'm tired. No, thank you. Okay, I'm tired. So let's look at Salah's money, currency, the energy around his finances. Thank you, Spirit.
And the deck got that tired that fast reading Salah. That's bad. that card said, I'm done. I don't want to talk about him no more. And that happens with tarot readers. Sometimes, like, that's why we have multiple decks. It's not because we're collecting them. Is that sometimes you'll do one deck and you're playing with the cards and you can just feel the energy that the cards are tired. And they're not going to give a good reading, so you got to switch to another one. So I guess that deck said, I'm out with Salah.
Thank you. So this card came out with her too. When I say her, I mean Foodie Beauty. There's a contract. It says don't sign it. There's some kind of contract. Don't sign it. Subconsciously avoid money schemes. So he likes to scheme with money. Not my business. Not my problem.
That's interesting that same card came out for both of them. A contract where they do not sign. So I don't know all their contracts. I don't know what all they're involved with, but it feels like maybe it's the agreement between the two of them, like for the companionship, because what else could they both be signing together? Like, I don't know if there's a written contract. I don't know if there is. She's far too lazy to make up a written contract. But if there's some sort of agreement between the two of them and it's about to renew, neither one of them should sign. Neither one of them should say, okay. No, it's bad. If you have a partner in any respect, whether it's a relationship or a business, and there's a feeling of distrust, there's a feeling of, I don't trust you, I don't know you, I don't have good feelings about you, you should never enter an agreement with that person for any length of time. So it sounds like Spirit is screaming at both of them, don't do it. Just don't do it. It's a bad idea.
Problem in the middle of the deck, it says be proud of yourself. In the middle of the deck, there's something, and it looks like he's been saving some money. He's been focusing on money. And I do want to clarify that. So what is it that we're not seeing when it says be proud of yourself? Thank you, Spirit. There's something that he's going to sign. There's another contract coming up that he feels or that is in his best interest. So be proud of yourself. There is another contract that it appears that this is going to bring some positive energy his way. But there's also another contract that he needs to avoid with all, if he can, he needs to avoid this contract because that is a money scheme. But in the middle of the deck, there's another contract coming that's going to offer him the advance that he is seeking.
The money scheme, is that like the unicity stuff? Could be.
Salah. Thank you. All right. We do have the diet. Number 5 is significant for him. We do have a female who is bringing him some fresh fruit. I do see some cell phone images here as well. Okay, so energy, wellness, alkaline, edibles, organic, mental health, healthy life, fulfilled, abundance, diet, consumption, strength, boundaries, support, avoidance, fruitfulness, good news, fitness, holistic health, and high vibration. So who's giving you this fruit there?
Obviously not Foodie. She doesn't do healthy food. She's not about that healthy living. So is it somebody else?
Okay. Salah's current romantic energy with Chantal, thank you. There's a blind spot. Okay, so there's somebody else out here. It appears, okay, because I'm asking about her and him, and I see that there's somebody in your blind spot. So imagine you driving and you like, get out of my blind spot. There's an energy of someone else with heart eyes in his blind spot. Interesting. Subconsciously, he knows that there's an engagement or that there is a promise to someone else.
Oh, okay. Those of you on my channel, you remember the reading that I did on Salah, and the Empress was popping up all over the place when I spoke to you guys about there is another woman that he is talking to, that he's making promises to this woman. He's talking to her, she's talking to him. He's keeping her on the back burner at the same time that he's talking to Chantal and doing this fake phony marriage act. So are you playing in the field, Salah? Are you like making promises to somebody about I'm going to be with you? Boy, you are busy over there.
Okay, and in the middle of the deck, there's seduction.
Woo.
Oh my goodness. Well, we can't see. Who are you seducing, sir? Possibly this person in your blind spot that you subconsciously know that you are already with someone or engaged with someone. Now, this is interesting. I don't know what his religious background. Oh, wait. Okay, so she's Muslim. So I'm just going to make the assumption that he is as well, because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But there's this energy. So I know that they can have multiple wives, right? There's this energy coming through, layered energy. Could he possibly be engaged to someone else? Not my business. Okay. All right. Could he? Can he can have more than one wife? Is that right or wrong? Y'all tell me in the comment section. All right. So Salah, what is he hiding? Okay. A single mommy who every time I read on him and her, there is a child out here. Not my business, not my problem. Subconsciously, this energy makes him feel like he is falling off. Okay. And in the middle of the deck, someone really doesn't give a fuck. They don't care. And I see some lips here kissing, like they're gonna kiss and tell. Did somebody kiss and tell? And
Hold on. That was a lot. We are getting into it. A single mother. Salah, like everybody's been wondering, Salah, do you have a child with another woman? Is that who this is? And I felt that energy before, that whoever this woman is, she's getting tired of this whole thing with you and Chantal. If she's in the back, she's tired of being in the back. She's tired of this whole arrangement with you and Chantal. Like, if she wants to be with you, she is getting tired of being in the back. She wants to be in the front where she thinks she belongs. And if she talks, hey, we'll listen over here in Girl World. We'll hear you, Mama. Come on out. We're waiting to hear from you.
tell some business. Is this person a single parent and now he feels like he's falling off subconsciously because of this person? All right. So how does he move in love and light? Spirit said your intentions, what you put out in the universe, it plants the seed. And so whatever seed you plant, that is what you harvest. Okay. What if the only resolution you made was to love yourself more? Start with that. Start with the man in the mirror. I'm hoping he will change his way.
Sounds like Salah's got some secrets. Do you have a woman in the background, Salah? that you have a child with this Foodie know? Does she know? Does she know about her? I don't know if she does, but thinking back to some of her hauls, her grocery hauls in Kuwait, like there were some items that she kept buying, like the juice boxes and the candy, and that stuff you buy for a child. So has there been a child in the back this whole time? And like it's staying kind of quiet and hidden, but maybe the mother is she's tired of being in the back. She's tired of waiting for this whole arrangement between the two of you to be over. Maybe you made some promises to this woman that it'll be over soon. I'm just going to get what I get from her. It benefits us, blah, blah, blah. Like, you got to know that whole thing's going to blow up sooner or later.
Peace. Okay. All right. I see a honeycomb here. Interesting. Nest of wasps, teamwork, and order. In conjure rituals, wasp nests, which are different from beehives because they are formed from wood pulp, not wax, are often used symbolically as talismans in a variety of spells. For example, a chunk of mud dauber nest might be included in a mojo bag along with other energetic objects. It might carry the intention, second time we hear that, to improve business or to drive away enemies. Improve business. Now that's interesting.
The first thing that came, while I'm sitting here watching, is the first thing that came to mind was beezers. The beezers. And wasps, they're nasty buggers. They like to sting. Are we going to hear more for some beezers about the whole Salah situation?
Interesting because that contract card came out. This card offers a very dynamic energy, one that vibrates with life and shared purpose. By surrounding yourself with loved ones, whether for you that is family or friends or both, you can tap into the shared energetic spirit that connects you all to one another and reach a higher vibration. So there is definitely teamwork and order on this card. There is also some energy of brouhaha so that this person can improve in their business or to drive someone away, sending him love and light. All right, let's get into this tarot deck. Thank you, Spirit. Salah, current energy. Okay, Spirit is guiding me to ask another question about him and Foodie Beauty. Thank you. I don't know why. All right, how does he currently feel about Foodie Beauty? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, there's a couple of things happening right here. Just bear with me. Okay. Interesting how these cards came out before with her. When it comes to her, he's acknowledging that she needs to focus on self-love and that there is dominance in their relationship, that he's focused on a family and passion. And I don't know if she's having a baby, but it just keeps, you see this man's holding his person.
There we go again, like the talk about family, the card of family with the man holding the woman's belly. So is somebody pregnant?
His belly. It just keeps acknowledging that someone could be with child, and this is in the middle of the deck. Okay, so there's passion and there's a family in the middle of the deck that we cannot see. And when it comes to her, he wants her to focus on self-love, but he also acknowledges that there's some dominance when it comes to her. And these exact cards came out when I asked about her energy towards him in her reading. There's also going to be a reunion, a coming together of people, something to celebrate. It feels like, all right. And we see 3 could be significant to him or her. All right. Okay. Oh my goodness. What is Salah hiding from Foodie Beauty?
A lot.
Chantel, what is he hiding? Thank you, Spirit. That's a bad motherfucker. This card came out with her too. I don't know who the Scorpio energy is. There's an energy around getting grounded, but that's a bad motherfucker. Okay. Someone is crying for you that came out with her reading as well. And this is because he's got some big dick energy and someone's got some major jealousy issues. There's another female here like, bitch, please. That dick is mine.
Oh no, and it's a blonde. Another empress. Lord have mercy.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing. I don't know what the hell is going on. But you got your bang out. And somebody else wants it. Because even on their arm it says forever together. Forever together. So I don't know who you piping down, but this person got major jealousy issues. And this is what you're hiding from her. This is what you're hiding from Chantal. Chantal. Okay. And who is this bad motherfucker? Because it's got somebody crying. Lord. Anyway. All right. Now I can move on. Okay. So Salah.
Salah got some secrets. He got relationships all over the place. On the front burner and the back burner. The whole stove is burning.
Our current energy. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit is acknowledging self-sacrifice, impulsive behavior with disinterest with the hangman. So you gonna just sacrifice yourself to get out of this. Whatever is making you feel like you need to release or you're feeling stuck, you're ready to sacrifice yourself and just do it. Showing impulsive behavior and disinterest to do so. Spirit is also acknowledging subconsciously that he's a troublemaker, moody, and a heartbreaker with the Knight of Cups, creating a lot of emotion in the middle of the deck. Spirit is saying what we can't see is there's a Queen of Wands, fire sign, the area of passion, but also in the area of business. That this is who this is around. This person is sexy, confident, charismatic, energetic, and outgoing. And this is why you're willing to sacrifice and do some impulsive behavior. It's going to make you look like a troublemaker and a heartbreaker, but you're going to do it for this fire sign. Who is the fire sign?
I don't know, man. Like, there's been some suspicious people in Chantal's world. I mean, one Beezer came out, Kybella, and she was talking sexy to Salah, and she said that Salah wasn't leaving her alone. He was constantly blowing up her phone, which contradicts what Chantal says. She says that her and Salah always talk. Obviously not if he had time for all that nonsense. But it sounds like back in Kuwait, or maybe not in Kuwait, he's talking to somebody and making promises and all that. And this person's like, this is my man. Chantal, you are with a man that he's got his head on a swivel. He's always looking around for the bigger, better deal. And if he found a woman that had more money than you, that could give him that free and easy life, you would not even be a thought in his head. You are just a stepping stone to bigger, better things, to the easy life, to women. And he's using it to the advantage. And you know all this. You see it, but yet you don't want to see it. You know, the eyes are blind to what the heart does not want to see. You don't want to see it. You don't want to know it. You know it, but you don't know it. You're denying it. You're like, he loves me because without Salah being around, for you, your life has no purpose. Your life has no meaning. And this is why you need to find your own purpose and your own meaning. Because if you find them for yourself and you make them for yourself, then you don't need somebody around to have a purposeful, meaningful life. Your own purpose means nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can steal it from you. You have it for yourself. You create it for yourself. That's why you should do things for yourself and not devote 100% of your energy towards other people. But you're so stupid that you keep giving away what you should keep for yourself.
Current energy. How does he feel about Foodie Beauty? How does Salah feel about? Okay, thank you. He's losing momentum. He feels very like it's chaotic with her, and there's some waiting with the Eight of Wands, fire sign burning low. He also is acknowledging that there's blocked intuition, sexual tension, and unwanted attention when it comes to her, with the High Priestess in reverse, not using your intuition. And Spirit is also acknowledging in the middle of the deck that there's manipulation in this relationship, abuse, and a dangerous man with a King of Swords, excuse me. So there is a lot of negative self-talk when it comes to this relationship. Spirit said there's something else in the middle of the deck, that someone was unfaithful, and there's corruption and greed with the King of Pentacles, conforming when you typically would not conform. What is Salah's biggest obstacle? Remember, I read biggest obstacle in reverse. So a big obstacle with the Four of Swords for him is feeling burnt out, a lack of self-care, and slow to recover. With the Ace of Wands, bored, no passion, and a lack of energy. With the Page of Swords, delinquent, not speaking up, and a lack of education. So you know there's something that you need to say. And it's an obstacle. He feels like he can't say it. And then there's another obstacle, which is returning home, dealing with delays because there is nowhere to go. Who went home? Okay. Spirit said there's something else in the middle of the deck. Ooh, two things. Okay. Big obstacle, 10 of Wands. Thank you. Not able to follow through, taking a break and breaking down. Absent mother, rude and a dependent woman with the Queen of Swords in reverse. And then the Wheel of Fortune. Bad luck, delays, and a lack of control are all big obstacles. Who is this Queen of Swords? It's an air sign energy, negative talk, negative self-talk makes him feel like this person is very dependent upon him. He does.
That sounds like Foodie, does it not? It sounds like her, all that negative talk with her and her being pushy and possessive. That is so Foodie. She doesn't find partners in life. She doesn't believe in equal share. She believes in acting like a spider and trapping men into her web and making sure they don't escape. She wraps that silk of the YouTube money around them to where they can't breathe, and she doesn't let them go until she sucks their corpse of all the blood. Then she drops them to the ground. That's how she's always been. She's just selfish like that. It's all about what she wants, what she needs. Real love is considering what you need and also the needs of your partner, whoever that might be. But she's never operated under equal ground. It's always like, I'm standing here on this ground and that's all that matters. And that's why every relationship that she ever tries to have is doomed to fail, because she doesn't acknowledge the needs, the wants, the desires, the passions, the creativity of the other person. She doesn't consider the other life involved in the equation. It's all about her life. And the worse she gets, the more unhealthy she gets, the more codependent she will be on that person, to the point where they just lose all sense of energy, all sense of purpose, all sense of touch with reality. And they will exhaust themselves just trying to keep up with all of her desires.
Doesn't like it. All right, what's next for Salah? All right. With the Two of Wands, he doesn't know whether he should stay or go when it comes to passion, but also when it comes to business. There's an energy of being a wanderlust and taking a risk and far travel, but needing to make a decision. Now, this is interesting. And this has to do with the Queen of Wands. He doesn't know whether to stay or go because of this Queen of Wands, who's a fire sign. This person is sexy, confident, charismatic, energetic, and outgoing. And then Spirit is also acknowledging that he's focusing on his entrepreneurship. He's focusing on achieving his goals. So you might see him try to dibble and dabble into a couple of things to make a coin here and there. He's paying attention to detail. He's really focusing on entrepreneurship. There's something else in the middle of the deck. Spirit is acknowledging.
That would be his one escape away from Foodie, is do what you need to do. Take care of yourself. Don't rely on the work of another person to carry you. Don't hop on somebody's back and expect them to carry you and have your independence too, because the moment you hop on somebody's back, you give up your independence. Case in point, Pete's, her former roommate, Pete's, the guy who was once her roommate, and her fiance, when they moved in together, Pete had his own job. He had his own money. He had a shadow of independence about himself. And in my opinion, he was happier having those things. He complained a lot about it, but he still had those things. And Foodie hounded him for the longest about quit your job and just do YouTube with me. And then something happened and he wasn't working anymore. And the moment that she had full control over Pete's, that's when he started to really go downhill. He just got into that toxic, comfortable space of, I don't have to work. She'll take care of everything. She'll take care of the bills. She'll take care of the rent. He gave up his independence for not having to worry about the finances. And it created a lot of suffering and unhappiness for him. And then she devastated him by leaving him again and leaving him in financial ruin. So there's a price to pay for putting all of your responsibilities on somebody else's shoulders. Your world becomes like an upside down pyramid where all your responsibilities and things that you should be doing, all of the weight that you would normally carry, it's all balanced on a very tiny point at the bottom. And if that person that you depend on financially, they decide, I don't want to carry this anymore, all they have to do is move to the left or the right, and everything in your world comes crashing down, and there you are not knowing what to do. So Salah is depending on Foodie financially, and she knows that. She knows she has power over him, and she throws her weight around, so to speak, and she'll throw it at his face. So, like, the one of the readings that I did on Salah is he is looking around to see what else he can do. He's trying to make his way just a little bit. He's not going full force with it. He's not going full throttle, but he is trying. So if you want to get away from Foodie, that's how you do it. You find your own footing. You stand on your own 2 feet. You make a life for yourself to where you're not financially dependent on her, because she will turn that into a toxic thing of control.
Acknowledging that he does feel overwhelmed. There is some emotional detachment and indecision because with the Three of Swords, there's trauma, heart.
There it is. What did I say he's doing with Foodie? He's indifferent. He's turned off his emotions. He's indifferent. There's love, there's hate, and there's indifference. Like, I don't care. Someone like Foodie, anybody that gets near her, that tries to care about her, that tries to voice their concerns, they're going to get a fight. They're going to get a tantrum. There's going to get a lot of pushback. She's not going to take those words of wisdom or advice and say, you know what, I'll think about that. Maybe you're right. There's a lot of pushback. There's a lot of defiance. There's a lot of, you can't tell me what to do. Well, if you've dealt with somebody like that, and they push back and they push back and they push back and they never listen to you, and you watch them slowly hurting themselves, you can and you will reach a place where you're like, I can't say anything. I can't do anything. They're not listening. I'm just going to leave them alone to do what they do. So I'm sure he's dealt with that with Chantal, like maybe trying to help her here and there, but there's constant pushback. There's constant defiance and fights and tantrums. So he's just reached a place of just, I don't care. I'm emotionally, mentally removing myself from this situation because there's nothing I can do, and I'm leaving it alone. And now I'm indifferent. I'm numb to it. He's gone numb to her. The best way to accept it is just to ignore it for the most part. Ignore what she's doing. Ignore the effects of it. Just remove yourself as much as you can from it. And that way, on a certain level, you can deal with it.
Heartbreak, loneliness, grief, and crying over spilt milk. And this has to do with whatever heartbreak he went through. He feels very overwhelmed about it. There's still an indecision, but he's acknowledging that this has broken the home. There's a lack of security now in the home, and the home feels like it's dysfunctional family with the 10 of Cups, creating a lot of emotion. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.
That was an excellent reading again, Neo. So thank you for doing it. I'm going to go ahead and post this to my channel. And like I said, y'all, as you can see, Neo Tarot, she's on point. She's on it. Like, she's like, when she gets into spirit and spirit starts talking to her, she's fast, fast, fast. And I know you guys like that. I like that. So y'all go over to her videos, like give her a view and give her some engagement and all that, and sub up to her. Like, I'm so happy to see that her channel is growing. She absolutely deserves it. So I'm going to go ahead and post this to YouTube for you guys to enjoy. And then you can go over to Neo Tarot's channel and check out her videos on Foodie and all the other videos, because she does other readings on people. And I hope that you guys enjoyed that. So everybody, please take care and have a good one. And for those of you, if nothing happens on Foodie or anything on YouTube, please have a very safe, happy, healthy New Year. Remember to be careful out there, because during the New Year's celebration, some people are driving around intoxicated. So if you have to drive, be careful of driving, be aware of your surroundings. If you see somebody that is around you that they're not safe to drive, call them a taxi or call a friend. Just everybody take care of each other. So everyone, please take care and have a good one. Bye now.